What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to another episode of our HEXAGON challenge here in Football Manager 2016 with Waitakere United. Before I begin, last episode I called this the Pentagon challenge in the intro. I feel like I'm going to do that throughout this series, so if I do it in the future, forgive me. Today, I have for you guys a game that could see us win the title. We're taking on Caversham. I'm back sooner than perhaps you expected. At the end of last episode, I kind of said, this season's a write-off. We're going to forget about it. We're going to continue on, and I'll see you next season, potentially, depending on how things go. Since then, something very bizarre happened, and I should point out that I am, of course, as you guys will know, using the, I think it's Sangue Blue, or Sangu Blue, or I don't know the guy's name, I'm sorry if I've butchered it, but his league pack, which updated some of the leagues to make them playable, but didn't give them the correct rules. That was New Zealand and all the leagues in Africa we have loaded. If I just show you here, obviously we have stuff like Ivory Coast, Egypt, etc., but it doesn't have the proper league rules. Now, I didn't expect to have too many issues with that, but there's something weird that's kind of come as a result of that, and it's in this save. So, as you guys all know, the Oceanic Champions League not normally playable in Football Manager, so I'm not sure if this is an issue with the database or an issue with the Oceanic Champions League, because to be honest, I've never played in it before. But when the draw was made, I randomly got the news item saying I'd been put in the draw. Now, the reason this is strange is because in the league rules for our division, it says that the top two teams get Oceanic Champions League football. But last season we finished 4th. So the way I think this is bugged, potentially, is that when the draw was made, we were top and Auckland City were 2nd, and it went off basically current position as opposed to the positions of the teams last season. As a result, we are in this year's Oceanic Champions League, which I don't know if it's a bug, I don't know if it's not, to be honest. I know little to nothing about the Oceanic Champions League, but it does mean we're competing in it. As you'll see here by the scheduling, it happens all within a really short space of time. The group games, well, they kick off on Sunday the 16th, or sorry, they end on Sunday the 16th, and they start just a few days before on the 8th. So every match is played within 8 days, which I don't know if that's how it is in real life. Additionally, if we can get to the semi-finals, I think, can we get there? Can we get to the, I don't know, next month? No, I can't show it. I don't know why it's now showing this in January 2017. I'm confused. Where am I? Basically, what you guys need to know is the Oceanic Champions League, to my knowledge, happens all within the space of about 2 weeks in game. That's how it is. So next episode, for episode 10, we're going to live com the entire thing. However far we get in the Oceanic Champions League, we're going to do it all in one episode because there's no gaps in between. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that episode. As I said, I'm confused as to how I've qualified. The way the Oceanic Champions League kind of works, there's 3 groups of 4. The top team in each group goes into the semi-final, as well as the highest points total team in 2nd. So yeah, that's something to look forward to, I guess, next episode, because we will be playing in a rather unexpected Champions League. But anyway, shifting our attention onto the league today, if we win at this game against Caversham, we do win the league with 4 games left, which will be really pleasing. You guys can see here, we have slipped up a little bit since last episode. Of course, we did play Auckland last time. Since then, there's been some good results. There's been some highs. Beating Wellington, or Team Wellington, 5-1, a really pleasing result. We did score 2 penalties, to be fair. But these guys, of course, finished 2nd in the league last year. They are a strong team, and so to hammer them was really pleasing. We did draw with Ferrymead Bays. I think that's how you'd say their name. Really disappointed by that because they're bloody awful. Where are they? They're 15th, so to draw with them, not the best result in the world. We also lost against Young Heart, who are a team who have been a little bit, well, deceptively strong this year. You can see they're in 3rd. So to lose to them, whilst a little bit disappointing, wasn't kind of completely out of the blue. Of the teams I could have lost to in these remaining games, they were perhaps the team I was most wary of. The other game was a draw against Miramar Rangers, a team who I think I lost against last year in my first game in charge. So to draw against them, they are kind of a little bit bogey team, I guess. Anyway, today we take on Caversham. Just a quick look at the squad going into kind of this game. Obviously, there's been a fair few games since last episode, 14 to be precise. You can see we are in a little bit of an issue when it comes to goalkeepers. How long is Basilage out for? 5 to 11 days. Okay, could be worse. That is going to mean I have to promote a youth goalkeeper. Right, okay. Aaron, congrats. Oh wait, no, you're a centre-back. Do I only have 2 goalkeepers to choose from? Is this really the situation we're in? It is. Excellent. I should have checked that, shouldn't I? Should be paying attention, Jack. Right. You know what? You get to be our first team goalkeeper, Peng Cheng, just because I like your name. So, yeah, Peng Cheng, I've got belief in you. Let's have a look at the squad, though, now that I've done that. You can see players performing well. It's the same suspects as before already. We've stomped the league for the most part. We have slipped up a few times. It's kind of been the same old, same old. Players like Chris James have been really influential in the midfield. Ruff has performed really well too, the kind of more creative midfielder. Jake Butler, who you guys might remember as the player who was really one of our big players when I first came to the club, he's kind of faded out of kind of necessity, I guess, in the first team. His contract runs out at the end of the year and he wants a big pay rise, which I'm not going to give him. So his contract will be coming to an end more than likely. You can see he has played a fair few of our games this year, but of late he has started to get dropped a little bit, more so coming on as a sub later on in the game. Michael Morris has really been the standout, I guess, player development-wise this year, the young American, doing some really good work for us. Elsewhere in the team, I have made a few more signings. Iago is going to be joining us. He is a new goalkeeper, coincidentally. If we just compare him really quickly to Basilaj, our first-team goalkeeper, you can really see the kind of improvement Iago offers. Iago actually was offered to me by his agent. That's how I found him, but he's a very good goalkeeper. It's a little bit weird, though, because obviously when we qualify for the Champions League, if we win it, I say if because we still have to take on, Auckland City, which is going to be a tricky game. But if we do win it, then a lot of these signings are going to be a little bit redundant. The other players who I've made signings for is Albert Patino, I guess is this guy's name. He's an American player. You can see under 21's caps or under 20's caps. You guys can tell how I found this guy already. It's a familiar trend. And also George Robles. Or Robes, I don't know. Maybe the L's silent. Nobody knows. Well, maybe they do. Anyway, this guy, he's come in. Again, another youth player for America, only 16. Won't join us for a few years. The chances are I may be gone before these players join, but I'm still happy to have them come. You'll notice the wage budget available is at negative 980. It's worth noting that factors in for these players joining over the next year and a half. The actual current spending that we are spending is 12.5k a week. Our wage budget is 14.3k a week, and committed spending, which is basically a spending including players who are going to be coming to the club in the future, sits at 15,000. Of course, with players whose contracts expire at the end of the year, that is just, we're not going to be over our budget as we are now, so that's not something to worry about too much. So anyway, looking at our team for today's game, pretty strong team at our disposal. I'm going to make a few changes just here. Of course, we did have a few new signings coming in January. Jalali, here you guys can see, he's been a little bit of a disappointment. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists, but his average ratings haven't been too great. Been a little bit disappointing. And Michael Williams has been a pretty good centre-back for us, the American. You can see here, he's done a job for us, average rating of 7.02. Cannot complain about that really too much, especially from a player who is only 18. So anyway, looking at today's team, I'm pretty happy with what my assistant's got going on here. I think this is the team we are going to go with. So we're going to go with Peng Cheng, the goalkeeper, who isn't really a goalkeeper, but is going to be a goalkeeper for us today. In goal, right back we go with Reniga, the assisting beast. 16 assists from right back. That is not too shabby. In the centre of defence we go with Williams and Jose Reina. Reina's contract does run out. Not renewed it yet. His agent is wanting silly money. Not willing to give him that. So he is kind of on his way out as it stands. The next player, Archie Edwards, the loanee from Charlton Athletic. Done a good job for us. 7.04 average rating. Only 7 assists. I say only. For a left back, that's not too bad. But when you consider Reniga's contribution, it kind of, I guess, leaves Archie Edwards in the shadows. Anyway, Ruffler and James in the centre of the midfield. Out on the right, we go with Mark Chettelberg. Been a good player for us this year. 14 goals, 15 assists. Maybe to call him a good player, a little bit of an understatement. Centre attacking mid, we go with Michael Morris. On the left, we're going to go with Paxton Gorski for today's game. Another one of our American signings. And up front, Sean Lovemore, leading goal scorer this year. 25 goals so far. This guy's been a fantastic player for us. 7.35 average rating. We've really got him firing this season. So anyway, let's submit our team for today's game. Of course, we have a chance to win the league with a win here. So I'm hopeful that we can do something. Would be quite nice, of course, to, win the league now rather than doing it after the Champions League. The Champions League's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, I had no idea that the database was going to fudge up or that this is how it worked. As you guys all know, last episode I was saying I might see you next season, and here we are. Well, with a chance of finishing the first side, is that what you'd call it, of the HEXAGON challenge? Is that what each continental qualification, or each continental competition is? Is it a side of the pentagon, or is it a corner of the pentagon? I don't know. Answers on a postcard. Either way, though, we are defending here. We are in the white kit, predominantly white. To say that, both teams playing in red and white. Not the nicest use of colours, but we're on the attack here. Gorski, Lovemore going on ahead. Morris with an effort. Mikey Morris should have got the goal there, but missed it. I mean, we had a good clear-cut chance on the counter. Can we make anything of the set piece? Of course we can't. We're a team of dwarfs. We're not going to do that. Although we did bring the ball forward. Gorski on the overlap. Morris cannot find the pass. So I'll tell you now, we're not the tallest team in the world. Maybe to say we're dwarfs, a little bit of an exaggeration, but we don't do a lot in the air. I'm really hopeful that our goalkeeper Basilaj is going to be back for the Champions League, because I do not want to have to play Peng Cheng. I'm sorry, Pengy Chengy. That might be slightly racist. Peng Cheng. I mean, it's a nickname, isn't it? You add Y on the end of names, and his name is Peng Cheng, so I guess I don't feel quite so bad. Maybe I will call him Pengy Chengy. That's not. It sounds racist, even if it's not. Anyway, we're on the attack here. Reniga spreading out to the left. James not there for us. And 10 minutes gone. We've been on the attack, but we've not made that dominance count for anything, have we yet? We've had chances, just not taken them. We need a win. A draw, I don't believe, is enough to secure us the title today unless Auckland City slip up, which they probably won't. They're a very good team in our division, so no pressure, boys, but we do need to perform well here. And maybe we can perform well here on the attack. Lovemore, Morris, out on the right. Where are you? Where are you, Chettelberg? There he is. Ruffer, can he find the pass? He can. Chettelberg. Reniga, the assist machine, whips it in. Chettelberg. Gorski, that is a nice little goal there. Worked around nicely. Lots of players getting touches of the balls. Chettelberg, the architect. Lovely. Beautiful. I enjoyed that goal. That was a really nicely worked passing goal. And that's kind of what we've been doing at this club. Obviously, you guys haven't seen that many of the kind of commentaries in the games, but what you need to know about this side is it's a team that I've really started to get playing football. I'm not usually a fan of the 4-2-3-1, but that's the system we really have used this year, and it's suited us really well. Lovemore, I talked about last year how he didn't get that many goals. I think a lot of that was because of the service behind him, but we've added in some really nice creative players. I guess the influx of Americans into our side has helped, as well as players like Chettelberg coming in, and as well as Ruffer. I guess there's been a lot of signings really, and they've made an impact, and they're having an impact here. It's now 2-0. We are having a laugh. We are off to a flyer. Cannot complain one little bit. What a performance this has been so far. It looks like we're going to win the title today, which will be really pleasing, because we've performed really well. I mean, to be fair, Caversham, not one of the biggest teams in the division, but when you have a game like this, I feel like there's always I get the kind of pressure, that weight on your player's mind that you do need to win the game. But we've shown some good strength of character here, and if we can make this more comfortable, that would be fantastic. You know, let me get the deck chair out on the on the sideline, soak in some New Zealand rays. I'd appreciate that right now. 45 minutes gone in the first half, 10 minutes into the second half. Makes 55. I can do maths. Can we do something here? 30 minutes gone and they're yet to... 30 minutes to go and they're yet to have a shot. I mean, we've not performed too badly, really, have we here? I'm going to make a few subs just because we have got a few players struggling fitness-wise. Let's bring on Ryan Pickering. Ryan Pickering, a player who last year really tore apart the league. I brought him in, he got injured. A little bit of an anticlimax, I guess you could say. But we're going to give him a chance here. We're also going to bring on Jake Butler and Jalali. I talked about Jalali not getting many goals. Maybe he can get some here. I expect next episode with the Champions League, there's probably going to be some games where we absolutely hammer opposition. So I'm going to, get a delightful little script of notes to talk about stuff maybe, because otherwise we could be watching a lot of highlights. At least that's how I envisage it going, although I envisage this game going a lot more comfortably, and Dylan Armstrong has just scored for Caversham. This isn't comfortable anymore. Redwood with the big kick up. And then my keeper, he's in limbo. Peng Cheng, come on, man. Come on, man. You've got to go off your line to get that ball. He looked terrified of the ball, which, for a goalkeeper, to be scared of the ball might be a problem. It is a problem, really, isn't it? Now we're defending. Now we're on the back foot. Now we're holding on. Going to make another change here. We're going to take off Gorski and bring on Hicks. Just get some fresh legs into the midfield. But yeah, despite it only being 2-1, we probably should be a little bit further ahead. But we're absolutely dominating the stats, and I have no doubt if we continue on like this, we should win this game, really. There's not been many games that have been like this, to be honest, which have been super close. Usually we are very, very clinical in front of goal. I think Lovemore is a big factor behind that, but also the kind of chances we craft out, they really suit him well as a player. Unfortunately, this game, we've been a little bit blunt in our attack, although we are on the attack here. We've got time to redeem ourselves, or I guess time to completely screw up and let them back into this game. Huang Pencheng, I don't trust him with the ball. Just boot it. Get rid of it. What are you doing? Why dribble there? I don't like it. I don't trust you, I'm afraid, Pencheng. I don't know if it's the name. I don't know if it's the first goal we conceded. I just don't buy what you're selling, I guess. Right, anyway, let's continue on here. We're on the attack. This has been a bit of a weird commentary. I feel like I'm full of beans. I'm on a sugar high. Charlie, he scored. He never scores. It's happened. The new signing. I say new. He's been here a while. He's got his third goal, though, at the club. And I'll tell you what, maybe it was Jalali who put the beans or the sugar in my coffee this morning, because I am enjoying this. I'm very happy watching this. I'm far too chirpy to say I'm in the middle of New Zealand, having failed my initial kind of managerial career a little over a year ago. I feel like there's still kind of a, the dark memories, I guess, of Beijing IT. I felt particularly guilty, actually, over Christmas, where I looked at the newly promoted teams to the Chinese second division. Beijing IT weren't one of them, so they're not coming back for a while, I don't think, which was a little bit of a shame. But anyway, we are going to win this here. We're going to win our first trophy at the club. I mean, maybe that's why I'm so happy. 3-1. Great performance. We have won the league, I hope, if I've done my maths correctly. Have we won the league? We have. 9 games left. 3 games left. 9 points the difference. Oh, sorry. What am I chatting? 3 games left. Obviously, there's only 9 points. 10 points the difference. So we do win the Premiership. We've done it. We've ended the Auckland City dominance by winning it for 2017. After a 3-year break. That's nice to do. Peng Cheng with his debut. Conceded 1. Well played. I enter the Oceanic Roll of Honour. Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? One of the best performers ever in Oceanic football. We're in 12th, boys. We've made it. We are basically one of the best managers in the world. I mean, if we win the Continental Cup, I wonder how high we're going to end up here. Still, I joke, but that's still like quite a nice little goal and little thing, I guess, to set. It'll help with my reputation. The fans are delighted. I'm delighted. Next episode, we've got the Champions League. I'm on a high right now. Look at it. Our reputation's gone up by a star as well to low instead of, well, whatever 1 star was. I don't think anything else has improved here, but that's our first trophy win, and I'm not going to complain one little bit. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode from me, guys. Next episode, episode 10, Oceanic Champions League. Come in, enjoy it. It's going to be a longer episode. Hopefully I'll see you guys for it. And other than that, guys, that's going to wrap up everything from me. If you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're new, hit subscribe. And other than that, I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.